Do you know some chronic complainers? There was a group of guys who hung out together on a regular basis. They had been complaining about the same things over and over. One of them was a wise guy, so he told the group a joke. The guys fell out laughing. They loved it. After a couple of minutes, the wise guy told the same joke. Only a few of them awkwardly smiled this time. When he told the same joke for the third time, no one laughed. Now it was just uncomfortable. That is when the wise guy said, "Just like you can't laugh at the same joke over and over, neither can I hear you complain about the same problems over and over." The guys got the point. Do you know some chronic complainers? Generally, negative and ornery people are one thing, gloomy pessimists are another, but chronic complainers, oh, they are a whole other breed of emotional turds. The glass isn't just half empty. The water isn't cold enough, and it's probably tap water when they ask for filtered water. There's a slight smudge on the rim, which means it wasn't cleaned properly, so they'll probably end up with an STD like herpes simplex virus or something. Man, why do these things always happen to me? They say. Do you know a smudge on the half-empty glass of tap water sort of person? Maybe an in-law, a grandparent, a coworker, or client? In other words, someone you can't just tell to go pound sand and get out of your life. Someone you are kind of stuck with for one reason or another. If you can cut them out of your life, I would recommend to do that, and problem will be solved. If you can't, then let's discuss some ways of handling these emotional turds. First tip is this, and this is a big one. You aren't going to fix them, change them, or even help them. As Jim Rohn would say, leaders must not be naive. I used to say, complainers shouldn't complain. What a sad waste of words that is. I found out complainers are supposed to complain. That's why we call them complainers. They complain. What else would you expect them to do? Don't deal in shoulds and shouldn'ts. Deal only in what is. As Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them. So you are not going to change them, but you can acknowledge them. Sometimes that's all they want, to be heard, to be seen, and to be understood. Often complaining is an attention-getting device. So regardless of how ridiculous and pointless their complaint is, just listen without rolling your eyes or getting all fidgety. Yeah, I'm talking to myself here. Acknowledge them with things like, "I hear you," or "Yeah, that must be really tough," or "Yeah, I can see how that sucks." Here's a key point that will help you with this. Just because you are listening and acknowledging them doesn't mean you agree with what they are saying. You can disagree with the complaint silently and still acknowledge the human audibly. This was a big EQ growth tip for me. I thought I had to bring ration and reason to bear on every conversation. I had to help someone regain their locus of control, see their responsibility to change the outcome that they were in complaint about, to show them what was positive and possible if they did this or that. In everyday conversations, particularly with complainers, that's just amateur and immature. I learned, as humans, we are not rational beings. We are emotional beings. Most everything anyone says and does is not reason-based. It is emotion-based. And if you fight emotional feelings with rational thinking, you lose every time. Ration and reason only exacerbate emotion and makes everything go all bad from there. Right, husbands? How many times have we had to learn that lesson? Here's what you don't do. Don't invalidate them with statements like, "Oh, that doesn't sound so bad," or "That's not such a big deal," or "Come on, cheer up." Or if you really want to send them to crazy town, say, "Time heals all wounds," or "This too shall pass," or "Look on the bright side." Okay, so after you, 1, let them be by not trying to fix, change, or even help them, 2, listen without the tortured look on your face and acknowledge their emotions. Then 3, redirect. This is the adult version of deflection. When your kids are whining, crying, or complaining, you might go, "Oh my God, look at that crazy dog," or "Did you say you wanted a clown for your birthday party?" Deflection is the battle axe of pattern interruption, abrupt and overwhelming to the senses. It's like the Control-Alt-Delete button to the human brain. The brain has to do a full reboot to figure out what the heck you're talking about. With adults, you have to be slightly more subtle, so you redirect instead of deflect. That might sound like your kids had another meltdown as you were leaving for work. Oh man, that's the worst timing, right? I know it's hard to start your day like that. I'm just hoping that you could be a trooper and bring your best face into this meeting. The team needs your positive energy. Okay, I hope that helped a little bit. Here's your summary cheat sheet so that you can recall it quickly when blindsided by your next complainer. 1, don't fix or debate. 2, ignore the logic or lack thereof, but validate the emotion. And 3, redirect. If they keep complaining, keep going back through 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 until you can stealthily slip into safety without any crimes having been committed. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please remember to like and share the video. And if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're releasing a new Darren Daily content every Monday. And if you'd like to become more persuasive, download my free persuasion guide now.